I only shoot and score. Then if you score, then we'll come.
So, where do I start? First of all, what's up guys, Eki here. The 2021 NHL Gaming World Championships was announced yesterday. I will give you guys my thoughts about the tournament this year. I reacted to the announcement on stream, so I will show you that. But first things first, let's go over the official rules. Here we go, the official rules of this year's NHL Gaming World Championships. I might be a little harsh with my words, so I have to say thank you NHL for organizing these tournaments in the first place. It's a huge deal to every competitive player out there. Let's start. No purchase or payment of any kind is necessary to enter or win. This is a contest of skill. A purchase or a payment will not increase your chances of winning. And this is complete bull. It is true, you are free to enter, but the qualifiers are played with your own Hockey Ultimate team. So there's just no way you're going to say here a purchase or a payment will not increase your chances of winning. Hell yeah it does. If one guy spends 1000 euros and he has all 99 team, and the other guy is free to play and has like 92 overalls. The guy who has 99 overall players will have a huge freaking advantage. So what is that? But yes, basically it is free to enter. The big changes this year, North America and Canada are not two separate regions anymore. It's just North America. I think that is great. Also, the North Americans pretty much have a completely different tournament to what we have, but we'll get into it. So, NHL GWC North America. Online open play round 1. This is the same in Europe. This is the same as it's been in the past 2 years. Basically, there's 4 different weeks to qualify, and if you manage to get to top 32 in any of the weeks, you will make the next stage on your console. So that is the top 128 players. So then you will basically be a top 128 player in your region. As I said, this is the same for both regions, but North America round 2, a club final round consisting of 32 brackets of 8 players each to qualify for the club championships. So basically every NHL team is involved this year, which is great, but it's in North America only. And like they said in the official broadcast, the best players in North America can pretty much say to themselves that let's dodge each other, let's go to different brackets, and we are pretty much guaranteed to get to the club finals. So if you win your club final round, you're in the top 32 in North America and you've already won $1,000. I don't know how I feel about the top players being able to dodge each other until the top 32 in North America. It is good that the best players will pretty much guaranteed make the top 32, but at the same time in a competitive aspect, I don't know how good this system is, that you can pretty much choose who you play against. And then the club championship round consisting of the top player from each club final. So like I said, the top 32 stage. And then I think it will just be single elimination best of 3 until they have a winner. NHL GWC Europe. We have the same online open play period, but the same as season 2 and season 3. A European play-in round consisting of 2 brackets of 128 players, so 1 for each console, each to qualify for the European Championships. Round 3, a European Championship round consisting of top 8 players from the European play-in. So basically once you get to the top 128 stage, you have to win 5 best of 3 single elimination rounds to get to the top 8. If you lose, you are out. And I said this before, I think it's not fair that you can lose to one player and be out of the whole tournament, the whole NHL Gaming World Championships. It's way too big of a tournament to have that kind of format, starting at this early time, 128 players. Online open play is kinda like Hood Champions, so it's kinda really random how your points go, and there might be 2 really great players playing each other in really early rounds of European play-in. Who says that the top 2 players in Europe couldn't play each other in the first stages of the European play-in, and only one makes it to the top 8 players from Europe? I think that's just not fair. Last year we saw some crazy matchups in Europe, in the European playing stage, and I think overall in the top 8, that was the weakest top 8 there's ever been in Europe. No offense to anybody, but a lot of really below top tier players made it to the European top 8 last year. But there's one big improvement on this. Last year, in the online open play, it didn't matter what week you qualified. Week 1, week 2, week 3 or week 4. Only thing that mattered was how many wins you got in the certain week. And that made no sense because week 1 is of course tougher to qualify than week 4. So this year, the players who make the European play-in, players will be seeded in the European play-in by console by first weekly play period. So this year the seeds go by the week you qualify, which is a huge thing. So the week 1 qualifiers, rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, all the way to top 32, those will be the top 32 seeds in the play-in. That will avoid the top players matching up earlier, that's a great thing. But overall in the European play-in, there will be 8 different brackets to get to the European top 8, and of course some of those brackets just will be because of this format harder than the others. So in the top 8, it's not perfect, it's the same as last year, but this is still the best part of the tournament. At this point, everybody will get PlayStations to play. Number 1 in PlayStation plays Xbox as number 4, and so on and so on. And there's actually a HUT team draft, so EA gives you a list of players that you can pick from, and then there's a draft where players pick the players they want. I think that is a great format, and I would really like a similar thing in the first stages of the European Championships. And overall in the Gaming World Championships, there shouldn't be a world where we compete in the NHL Gaming World Championships with our own HUT team. Because to be honest, that's a lot of pay to win. Registration starts March 26th and closes on April 25th. Here is the schedule for the European Championships. You can pause this if you want to see. You will see this later on as well. This is the schedule for the North Americans. It's a lot of different stuff because of the freaking club finals. Then prize pool. I actually forgot to say that there's no World Finals this year, so there will only be a European Championship and the club championships because of COVID, of course, and there will not be any LAN events, so these will be all online. In the European Championships, first place gets 12,000 euros, second place 5,000, third and fourth place 1.5k, and fifth and eighth place get 1,000. Club Championships, first place gets 25,000, second place 10,000, third and fourth place 2,500, and fifth and eighth place 1,000. And as you see, for the North Americans the prize pool is bigger, but I actually think this is okay because Canada and USA was put together this year. So that's fine. Obviously it feels a bit unfair that North Americans have all these club final things, NHL teams involved, bigger prize pool, everything. But like I said, I'm just happy to get to playing, but there's a lot of stuff NHL and EA needs to improve on in the future. One last thing, players must adhere to the standards of sportsmanship and EA rules of conduct. The following are also prohibited behaviors. Yeah, there's some basic stuff. Coin distribution. Of course, you can't sell or buy coins, that is against EA terms of service, but please monitor this. In the past 2 seasons, I will say over 50% of players who make the top 128 stage have bought coins. And there was a guy last year who made the European top 8 who loaned his entire team from other players, and this was on stream. And there has been absolutely nothing done about this. So, I'm watching you NHL and EA. Pay attention to this. I'm never going to snitch anybody, but come on. You can only qualify from the online open play stage with 1 console, and I actually have a huge problem. I have played this entire year on PlayStation and my team is on that console, but in Europe of the top 30 players maybe 2 or 3 play on Xbox. So I think with this format I kinda have to play on Xbox. I just need to get the team there in 2 weeks. I have to spend some money on packs. I just have to play crazy amount of HUT champions and squad battles and everything to get my team there. Because even though I pretty much know I won't have the same team as I would have on PlayStation 5, overall my chances of qualifying are just higher on Xbox. Of course I would be really confident on PlayStation as well, but dude, everybody plays on that console, and if the same amount of players get in on Xbox and PlayStation and I have both consoles, I feel like it would be stupid to not use the Xbox. But like I said, I need the team there, so you will probably see a crazy road to NHL GWC on this channel. I will do a YouTube series about my road to the NHL Gaming World Championships. Hope we get to the top 8. We've already won 2 European Championships in Season 1 and Season 2. Let's make it a third one. The registration starts the 26th. Pay attention to NHL's website and their social medias. They will post all the links for you to find to register. Also, I will post all the links on my Twitter and Discord as well, so be sure to join my Discord and follow me on Twitter. You will see my live reactions to the NHL Gaming World Championship info next. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Good luck in the tournament if you participate, and see you next time. Record is on. This goes to YouTube. GWC Grand Final recap, NHL 19. No, we don't want to watch that. Hey, Live! What? 10 minutes! Who is this guy? Hey, I'm watching Fortnite right now. This is not what I signed up for. Okay, there we go. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. 5 minutes, boys. Oh my god. This is the longest 5 minutes. Arno!
Get to it, shall we? We're here for one reason and one reason only, and that's to give you some GWC news. Thank you very much for joining us on a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous Tuesday afternoon. It is just after 1 p.m. Eastern. My name is Ardo Cal. I am proud to be, since the very beginning, the voice of the NHL Gaming World Championship. It It is an event that I look forward to every single year. And believe me when I tell you, it is among the most fun that I have in my entire year. I circle it on the calendar, but also in my entire career. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that that spans like 80 years because I'm a boomer. But that's not what we're here for today, okay? What we're going to do here is we're going to discuss some details on Season 4 of NHL GWC. And we also have some special guests. I'm also producing this, by the way, so I get double pay, which is amazing. You can hear him laughing already because there he is. Sleeves is in the house, folks. So
No Sleeves camera is kind of
thanks for being here, man.
All right.
Love the Caps gaming hat. Represent the ones that are grinding in the community. You're drinking your coffee. How's it going?
Nice. We can hear a lot.
Exactly. So Cam is going to help with a bunch of questions. So this is going to be I think... Do I have you muted? Oh, man, I got you muted. Wow, I just let you talk that whole time and we can't hear Sleeves at all. What a rib, people.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was you. Okay, chat, chill.
So here's the thing. This is going to be very collaborative. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you all the information we have, and then I want you to ask as many questions in the chat as you have. Cam, I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to do a couple of reveals, and then we're going to get to all of our questions. So, as you know, this is Season 4 of the NHL Gaming World Championship. Seasons 1, 2, and 3 have been incredible. Seasons 1 and 2, of course, happened before the pandemic, and we were able to meet in person. We had LAN events. We had events in Europe, in Canada, in the United States, and we had a grand final in Vegas. Season 1 and 2, we were able to crown world champions, the likes of ENCEKI, Top Shelf Cookie, making championship runs, doing incredible things that we had never seen before, moments that will live on forever in Chell. These are moments we will never forget. Season 3, a little bit of a challenge. We got it off though. We were ready. We were able to execute Season 3 socially distanced, where we saw regional champions crowned. We saw a champion in Canada, we saw a champion in the United States, and we also saw a champion in Europe. The first thing I'm going to mention is that Europe will remain unchanged. Europe will still have the same format that you are always familiar with. Europe will be a tournament just like it was in Season 3, where a European champion will be crowned. So Artuzio, our reigning European champion, will be eligible to put his title on the line and see if he can reign as a two-time champion. Here is the schedule for Europe. By the way, registration opens Friday.
I hope the format is not the same.
Regions, including Europe, as you see the dates here. Writing them down. I'm going to leave this up for a little bit so you can see exactly, particularly if you are in Europe, what is happening here for you. You see the term hut there again? That format will remain the same as well. It will be the same hut format as you are familiar with from Season 3 of NHL GWC. You also see Team Draft. We'll get to that in a little bit as well. So that is going to remain the same as well. Now, that is where essentially the similarities will end in North America, because we have a format change for Season 4 of the NHL Gaming World Championship. You are accustomed to seeing a regional champion in Canada and the United States. That is going to change in Season 4. Every NHL team will now have a representative in NHL GWC, and those representatives will now come together in an online tournament to determine an NHL GWC champion in North America. Here.
Open your wallet
the big news
if you live in Europe.
Is that the NHL teams are now involved in the NHL Gaming World Championships. And I'm going to show you the schedule right now for North America. Again, March 26th
Club
is
finals.
when registration
That's
opens.
sick.
Open online play will be from April 7th to May 2nd. The club finals will be from May 8th to June 13th. And that is where we will crown individual club champions. All
Do I have more viewers than the NHL channel? 321.
LAN matches where it's, start at the top. All right.
We have 453. Nice.
Just to confirm. Did you say there's 32 clubs, so that means that's Seattle?
I have information here for you on pricing. Let me read it to you. There's a total prize pool of $100,000 USD. American funds in this tournament. 48 cash prizes available to be won as follows. The club final winner, so all 32 club victors will get $1,000 each. So that's 32 grand right there. So if you win your club championship, if you become the Toronto Maple Leafs champion, you win $1,000.
That's an easy
In the
thousand for the top
European
players.
Championship, first place will get 12 grand. Second place will get 5 grand. Third and fourth will get 1,500. Fifth and eighth will get 1,000. That's for the European Championship alone. I'm going to put up the European schedule again.
That's
This is
okay
the
for the
European
Europeans.
Championships.
I honestly don't even know if the NA format is better. It sounded super weird. So you have to first qualify for 32 teams. People can dodge each other all over the place. I know that is going to happen. Every top player will play for a separate team. They will get an easy 1 grand, pretty much. Then it was 32 players left who played. They had a team draft, right? It didn't sound better than the EU format.
Now, here's another strategy that you can think of. If you don't necessarily care about which teams you play for and you just want to be a part of GWC, you might look at who's tweeting saying which teams I'm pledging for. Yeah. So like if you want to avoid Junior Pens, for example, and he's already said publicly, I qualified and I'm part of the Pittsburgh club championship, maybe you'll pick another team. Maybe you'll want to predict the team that may not get as many entries as other teams.
They're advertising
right?
dodging.
This is also a strategy that can
Week 1, you get top 32, just like how it's been. Okay, how it's been normal. The one thing I do want to know, is it NA? There's no Canadian and US regions, right? Like
I don't believe so. I believe it's all together. Yes.
Okay, so there'll be 32. All right.
You don't believe so?
Do you know how the weighting works? Like if it's just essentially if you qualify in week 4, you're just going to be randomly played. That's the downfall to it. Is that like it's just completely random. You have no control over where you're going to go because you're basically filling out the final 8 of whatever divisions are left, right?
As I understand it, there will be a random number generated to each team in alphabetical order of their city name. So there is a behind-the-scenes algorithm that I am not privy to, that I don't have the information on in terms of exactly how the weighting works, but definitely wins matter, quality of competition.
Can they use any hut card that they have acquired? Or is there a restriction in terms of like, hey, you can only use 90 overall cards or something like that and under?
I will get an official answer for you. I believe there is no restriction, but I will get an official answer for you. I'm going to put that in right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I do not know I believe the answer is yes, you can use whatever hut team you want.
Okay.
What does that mean for next year? What does that mean for future seasons?
This is an info broadcast and they don't even know this stuff.
I don't have any information on that officially.
Yeah, these guys are thrown under the bus.
And I can see. I'm gonna ask.
Let's simplify, because that's where I'm not really understanding the randomization. I think that might be a little confusing to players. So
we're watching them trying to figure out the rules.